Okay, so you know how WWE used to put on shows and create drama in the literal ring? Well, now maybe what if they're creating drama in the public sphere ring and getting people involved through the chaos they're creating in employment? Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think that's kind of what we're talking about.
Oh.
With Shane McMahon. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Right.
the drama's not in the ring, the actual ring, because COVID, so nobody can go. So now
Everybody's going.
it's in the
Nobody gives a shit.
metaphorical ring in the public sphere in comments. Now the comment section is the ring.
Well,
That kind of plays into the do the ratings really matter anymore when you have so much interaction on social media and YouTube and stuff like that?
That's
Yeah.
true.
oh, she can't hear you.
No, but I'm gonna walk away now, and instead of a mic drop, I'm gonna say body slam.
I got a confession to make. That was still me. I just squeezed my balls really hard.
You could just throw your voice like that.
Cracks me up.
Oh, pages. Yeah, I think that's what we're talking about. Hopefully.
Oh, you know, I mean, that's
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just I mean they do it, but I mean I don't know. It's just can they fake? Can they actually make it work?
Well,
It
that.
would,
Go ahead.
it would be one thing if they actually follow up on it. But I think
Right.
too often they put stuff out into the public like that and then don't follow up.
Right. They just like don't touch it and don't bring it up for a long enough period of time where people just forget about it, and then
Exactly.
yeah, it just fades to black.
You think?
Malakai.
Oh God. We can talk about Malakai. Do you
I
like
don't want
It's
to.
Malakai?
fine. Not
He's-
really.
No. Okay. Good.
It's not. No,
No.
I can't say that. I can say that I don't. I have no interest really in watching him as much as I did before, and I don't. And it's not because of. I don't know what it is. It's not because he's in AEW now.
I think for me it is because he's in
But
AEW.
I don't.
Not
It's very like I don't have any interest really like to tune in and see because like I know from like other people like that do watch it. Like I know like and I mean I am just following along. Like I know when he's having a match and stuff like that. But I still don't ever really. It takes a long time for me to like actually go back and watch it or see it or something. Like that.
Say my problem with him now is like I'm interested in this House of Black storyline, but when they wait weeks before following up on it, you lose interest. You don't build on it to keep it going. So by the time they follow up and actually bring them back, the interest is gone or the momentum's gone.
Right. Like the House of Black, the whole story like that. I dig that. It's something similar to what I would do. As far as like a faction like that, but yeah, so much time in between. I mean, even when he like first debuted, it was like another like month or before we like saw him or something. I don't know. Same thing with Andrade. But like with Aleister Black or Malakai, I go back to him and Murphy. That was an awesome feud.
And to me, I think that's the next progression of the House of Black is Murphy coming in. But again, with that too much of a break, I think they put too much of a pause between following up on acts like that the fans want to see, but they'll put CM Punk on the mic every show.
Well, he said he was gonna. He said he was gonna be on there every week.
That's fine. You can put him on commentary. You can do a backstage vignette. You don't have to put him in the ring on the mic saying the same exact shit every single episode.
Maybe he's just the Shane McMahon of AEW.
Apparently.
Soon he'll be released because of creative control now. I don't know.
Yeah, because he tried to book a whatever. They don't have a Royal Rumble. They have some Battle Royal shit or something, right? AEW?
Casino.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, the Casino Royale or whatever.
Yeah. Aleister Black, so when he was with WWE, I didn't really care too much about his in-ring stuff. Like people really built him up to be something, and then I watched him wrestle, and I was like, like.
Did you watch him? Did you watch him in NXT?
No, I did not watch him in NXT. Did I?
We did watch. Yeah, we did watch a match. Him and Andrade.
Oh, okay.
Which was a great match.
Gotcha. Yep. Well, see, since then I was just like
yeah, well, like anybody else, he on the main roster is completely different than him on NXT.
No, it's a good point. True. You can't really compare. Yeah. And then of course, go ahead, Big T.
That whole time and the whole NXT time right there. I mean, that was like golden age of NXT right there.
I would recommend listening to Jericho's podcast with Red Dragon because they actually talk about that time period and the transition to the new NXT and all that. Very good. Has a lot of behind the scenes insight.
Well, I've read some stuff where they talked about the difference between NXT, the 1.0, and the main roster. There were basically two separate companies, even though they were under one umbrella, and how basically Shawn Michaels and Triple H ran the NXT.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, when they would go to the main roster, it would they would just change everything. And it's like they didn't even fucking watch it, and that was, to me, it was always kind of like, do you not even watch your own product? Like
right. That's what always killed me was it's like they think and really believe like people don't watch the other product because they try and change so much of where we just saw them last week. Like you seen them for like the last 6 months every week, but now that you brought them up to Raw or SmackDown, like we're not supposed to know like that's different. Like,
but they also seem like they want that full control, which is very much like I want to control your name. I want to control everything, that's public about you. Basically, I want that to be a intellectual property of the WWE, and NXT brought people in under like independent people or a lot of people from the indies under their normal moniker. So it made sense that they wanted to change their names and shit. But the fact that they changed it, they were messing with movesets, they were messing with characters completely. It's like, do you not have a? Do you not watch NXT? Like it was
like the whole Piper Niven to Dewdrop that completely really freaking mushed my brain. Are you sure? Like, are you serious? Like the whole complete name changes, especially when it doesn't. So like the whole Walter to Gunther.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like I'm okay with that, but that's also it's also more okay with it because Walter is the one that said, "Call me Gunther." It wasn't like all of a sudden he comes out and commentaries like, "Oh, it's Gunther." Like you're like, "What?" Like that's what they did with Piper Niven and her being named Dewdrop. Like there was no transition of the name.
Yeah.
It was just like commentary like, "Oh, we don't know who this is." Oh, it's Dewdrop. Like, no, it's Piper Niven from NXT UK. Like, we know who she is, but
well, using that reality, I guess, that Pages was talking about. I mean, you certainly can. I feel like that's what they're trying to do with, basically all the wrestlers' social media, like Twitter and stuff. That they kind of further their feuds through Twitter. But it's like like Jim Cornette has said, man, the cat's out of the bag on wrestling. You know, like we know how it works. And so like there's a lot of times I just feel patronized, I guess, like with that social media stuff, like I'm going to get you later, and this like this kind of like, I don't know.
It would actually be nice if there was more. I mean, I'm sure they do a lot on Twitter, and I don't really look at Twitter that much like that.
I must say,
so I don't know. I don't really see a lot of the altercations. Well, I wish there was more like kayfabe altercations. Like, it's not. There's no kayfabes.
I think Cardona seems to be a great example of what we're talking about right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's literally the last year has managed to do or become like the biggest name on the indies almost strictly through social media.
Right.
I mean, they don't really do much promotion for indie shows. He uses Twitter as his tool to promote, and it works for him.
Yeah.
Right. That's why he's the internet champion.
Yeah, so I'd say he got over in WWE on his own with his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
that's true.
He's sincere too, though. Like Matt Cardona online, like he shines through, man. It's like we've talked on this podcast a few times about like what separates, like what makes a wrestler like get over, or what makes people like a wrestler, and it's that sincerity. And Matt Cardona, even if he's playing a character, man, that sincerity shines through. So he definitely got over through his sincerity, And same, like, I tell you what.
Undertaker.
The Undertaker. MJF for sure. That thing you texted me about MJF
right.
talking shit to Wrestling Observer. That was awesome. That was fantastic.
I don't know if nobody else saw that one.
I don't think I did.
But it was let me pull it up. But it was I don't know who it was, a tweet from somebody.
It was one of the guys, Brian Alvarez. He's from the Wrestling Observer, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Brian Alvarez tweets a poll. It says better night for WWE pay-per-views. Saturday or Sunday. Saturday at 71%. Sunday at 29%.
And it was the comment about like the
fact that Saturday is winning is the prime example of the fact that Wrestling Observer newsletter subscribers are virgins.
Yeah,
have nowhere to go on a Saturday night.
Yeah, but he's like, I've seen things where they're like, fans will just meet him, and he's like that all the time.
Yeah.
Like he does not break kayfabe around fans.
That's how it should be. I mean,
like I've seen videos of like signings where kids with cancer come up and it just talk cash shit to them. I'm like, this dude is legit. Like,
yeah.
Like it's too soon to put him on the Mount Rushmore, but I feel like he will one day be on mine.
Because he hasn't. He's gonna explode at some point, and I mean, he's big now, but it's like, I don't know if they're restraining something or what, but he needs to be ahead of like the whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, one day
is that gonna happen in a couple years when he signs with WWE?
Nah, I don't think he's ever gonna actually sign with WWE. He couldn't put his character in the WWE
PG verse,
I guess. Yeah, it just wouldn't work.
Yeah, he's way too not PG to be in WWE.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
a place like AEW where he can just do what he wants to do.
Yeah,
it'll be huge.
Or even like what they're doing now with like the Uber of wrestling, which is like they can go to basically any promotion and wrestle. Like, well, why not? Like at one point in time, that might actually be more lucrative than WWE.
It's kind of, and that is actually that kind of segues into the main topic I had to discuss.
Oh, okay. Well, hold on one second.
Yep.